Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Virtual Y. My name is Mike. This is 45 minutes of yoga. Today we're going to do a nice mix of things, and this class really is designed for people to be able to take different options for poses. Always trying to offer you a gentlest version, a medium version, and sometimes, a little bit more vigorous version. I really want you to learn and grow on your own. And if something is new to you, give yourself the time and space and, feel your body, learn it over time. If needed, progress, get stronger, give yourself that time as well, okay? We're going to start actually lying back. So please come on back with a little breathing awareness. How about constructive rest? Feet wide, knees tip in, and place your hands sort of at your low ribs. And I want you to start breathing a little bit more smoothly and deeply. And this is for basic diaphragmatic awareness. We often talk about our breath as happening in the belly, happening in the ribs, chest. But I want you to feel this area right under your low ribs. And this is where your diaphragm is, and that's what actually controls your breathing. So as you inhale, it's sort of pressing down, which causes the belly to inflate. When you exhale, it presses up, which helps the lungs to deflate and expel air. So just kind of as you take deeper breaths, notice that wave that happens, that up and down. And notice it not so much a function of the belly and the chest, but as of this kind of this wall in between the two areas that keeps expanding and contracting one way then the other. Maybe you even deepen this a little bit. Take a couple breaths that are deeper, yet really enliven. You can kind of feel when you take more air in how that enlivens you. And we're going to begin with a 4-part flow. Let's start with a full body stretch though. That'll get us there to begin with. Legs long, arms long, and come on out. Full body stretch, and you're gonna flex your feet. Flex them so they make an L shape. Take an inhale, stretch long, and then exhale, you're gonna bring the arms back to the sides and relax the feet. We'll flow that. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead, flex the feet, and exhale, come on down. Now please, oftentimes in class, I see people just rush through this because it's exercise, right? But in yoga, we move with the breath, okay? So time your inhale to complete with the arms up and feet flexed. Time your exhale with the relaxation. And we're gonna continue that. Now bring your feet in for a bridge, and we're gonna start similar. Inhale, time the hips to lift and arms up. And as you exhale, bring the back down. And at the end of your exhale, you're gonna hug your knees in. Your next inhale, send the feet up and the arms overhead, and then finish by putting the feet back down on the mat. We'll do that a couple more times. Inhale, start bridge. It's got 4 pieces. Exhale, at the end of your exhale, the back is down and you hug the knees. Inhale, feet up, arms up, and feet back to the mat. Good, we'll do that one more time. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, completing in a nice hug. Maybe we get a little bigger on stuff, okay? Inhale, on up, heels high, and then put that on back down. Let's do a couple windshield wipers while we're here. Take your arms out to the side, palms down. Collect your knees in, take an inhale. And when you drop, crunch a little bit. So bring your knees close to your elbows. See that? And you might look away too, all right? Inhale, come on to the middle. And then exhale, again, crunch the knees towards the elbows as you look the opposite way. Flow, inhale, center. Exhale, and resist the temptation to go fast, all right? You only move with the breath. Why? Because yoga is a mental discipline. We have all this physical stuff, but at the end of the day, yoga is about peace of mind, okay? And then let's go ahead, return back to the center. Give a nice hug here for a moment. We've been passing through it, but have a moment where you wake up anything you need to yet. It's okay to wake up the belly too, okay? We have resources in that area we're trying to employ. Okay, chin to chest, make your back into a wheel, rock up. You're gonna transfer your weight and flip forward onto all fours. Find yourself in a nice tabletop here. And today we're gonna do a little side stretching, but let's start by making kind of this sidewinder type motion. So I'm kind of going like a snake, like so, letting things wag a few times through. Return to center, take your right foot back, and then cross that over to the opposite side. All right, so as far as you feel like is good, and then do a little micro movement. Find something juicy to stretch into your hips there. Maybe feel the side stretch on your ribs a little bit more. Okay, let's bring that back to the middle. We'll do the other. Left leg goes back, and then bring it across over to the right. And again, find some new space to warm into. Our beginning of class is always about getting the joints warmed up and getting things unstuck. Okay, let's return back to the middle. Now, I want you to take your right foot out to the diagonal and the left arm to the diagonal. Take an inhale, and then you're gonna exhale, draw them back into the middle. So I usually go long, but let's go out to the diagonal, lift on up away from the floor, exhale, swing that elbow towards the knee. Inhale, lift up, wide, exhale. Let's do one more. Good, so lots of balance here too, and let's put that back down. Balance required. Now, left leg out. You definitely could just keep things on the floor. Inhale, exhale, it could look like this, okay? Inhale, keep on the floor, extend to the diagonal, exhale in. Or make it bigger, lift on up, squeeze everything under, inhale again, exhale under. That'll be our last one. I want to do a puppy pose today because I like us to know what that feels like. This is the low version of a down dog. Keep your hips where they are. Start walking the hands out. Now this is great for beginners. If that feels good, then keep going. Keep going, and if you are familiar with down dog, you'll feel how this is similar. Press into the hands firmly, press up and away, keep the belly button in. So you're pressing to lift the hips, even though the knees are down. And this is something, anytime I say down dog, you can always come to this lighter version, okay? Now, we might want to walk this in a tad because I do want to go to down dog for just a moment. And then maybe bounce those heels, press to lift the hips, exhale the thighs. You know, if you're beginning, those thighs aren't going to press all the way back. So give that time, that flexibility. Let's take and lunge our right foot forward. And you can do that gently too. Take your time. Some people can do that in one. And I want to shift this forward and back. Go forward, go back. And I want to show here too, if you can't reach the floor very well, here's a nice way to go. If you can't reach the floor, you use a block to bring the floor up to you. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and bring this back to tabletop. You're just gonna change sides. Left leg forward. Once you got it, forward and back. In lunge, the foot, the knee is over the foot, someplace. And open on up in these inner thighs, deeper into the hamstrings. Okay, so from here, we're actually gonna move to the top. So tuck your back toes. And I like to either go in stages or spring myself up to the top. Be nice to the knee. Stay for a moment, plant the feet, swing side to side, cast off things you don't need. And then find your center, nod your head yes. Allow that spine to be heavy. Resist the temptation in a full forward fold to be looking up all the time. Okay, now lift your heart and let's come on up the full way and find a Tadasana. Beautiful. Do a few things here to warm up. Some simple stuff. Inhale, lift on up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Now here, give me a nice halfway lift where you keep the back straight, arms are straight as well, but maybe you just bend, look at how I'm bending just the legs. So come down, you can have your belly on your legs, and then challenge yourself. Some of us may need to keep bent legs, but this is just encouraging you to go to that fullest. Now, hold this, energize, and notice where your weight is. Try to keep it in the center of that foot, not just all forward or back. Belly up. Nice. Tip into a high chair here for me. So you got a little bit of a sit. We're still warming up, right? Now let's go ahead, come on up, arms up, and we're gonna do this in a flow as well. So lift your elbows as you sit into a chair, and then exhale, bring the elbows in. Now I'm gonna add a piece onto this. As you sit, come down, exhale as you come up, lift an opposite foot. Inhale here, exhale, press and lift. Inhale, sit down deep as you like, not as you like, as you need, okay? I'm gonna do one more round here. Press in like you're standing in tree pose, okay? Inhale up, beautiful. Next, you're gonna lunge your right foot back. Sometimes I'll change ends just to make it easier for you to see what I'm doing. Okay, come on out, like long. Inhale, we're gonna come over the top. So this is a two-part flow. Inhale, bring your arm up high, front arm, and exhale over the top. Okay, inhale, exhale over. And now come completely to the side of the mat. Hopefully you can see me. Nice and wide. Let's make those feet more parallel. Wide here, hands at the hips, inhale. Exhale, give me just a kind of a back roll down and up. Inhale, arms wide. And then you're gonna lunge to the right. And you have this option. You can either sweep that way, or you can actually touch the floor. Okay, inhale, we'll do that a couple times. Bend the other leg, sweep or touch. Beautiful, come on through. Let's do this one more time here. Come down and up. Bend the knees. Lead up. And then one more time, these sort of lunging windmills. Come on up, other side. Okay, then turn your toes. I want to turn so that the left toes are your primary, so change directions. Inhale, just making sure that we are doing both sides, okay? I know I did that, I flipped around on ya. Go over the top, doing the other side. Inhale. Good, open your ribs. Use your obliques. All right, then inhale and step to the top of your mat. Find your mountain pose. Now today, I really want to be practicing. Let's bring our hands to heart center. And not up, but draw that down so you see these arms are kind of parallel to the floor. Notice the difference in activation, even if you have to do it again. Right here, it's pretty relaxed. This brings a little bit of energy into it, through the palms, all the way into the elbows, shoulders, and to the heart. And you'll notice that at the back of your heart, this engagement. All right, lift on up. Also wanting to pause to try to uncover our inner peace whenever we can. And I'll talk about that a few times throughout this class. As you inhale, this is our sun salutation now. I'd like you to give the tiniest back bend. And as you exhale, come on forward. Halfway lift then. Again, Make that back long. And when you're in this, please look ahead. Look ahead and start strengthening your neck and upper back. Exhale, big forward fold. Learning round, let's step the right foot back. And you can give a little bounce. Gonna warm this up. Keeping the sort of the armpit close to the knee as well. Now, put that knee down and just have a moment where we inhale. And again, you're using your back strength to look through, look ahead. On an exhale, come back to down dog, please. And one more time, press into those hands, lift the hips, let the hips be low. First time through sun salutation, I always like to make sure that we know what we're doing and that we're warmed up everywhere. Let's come forward into a plank. Now, we haven't been here yet today, so if you want to be on your knees, that's great. Knees or toes, good, inhale. Strong exhale, and at the end of that exhale, put your knees, chin, and chest on the mat. Come on through, release everything. Roll back, roll back. You got a nice cobra here. And maybe a few times where you touch third eye. And lift. So this is kind of a traditional, what they call prostration, right? But you know, it's just kind of a surrendering moment. We surrender down, we surrender up. Good. And then lift one more nice time. Tuck the toes. Come back to down dog. One more, press the hips high, inhale. Exhale, you're gonna lunge your right foot forward. If it takes time, let it take time. Begin by giving it a little bounce. Armpit is near knee. Open it up. So when we flow though, put your knee down. When we flow, I'd like to do knees down because look at how it enables me to give a little bit more of a lift and a bend. Not a big one, but okay. And then launch to the top. Halfway lift once more. Look ahead. Exhale, don't crane. Stand up and into the back bend. All the way up into the back bend, and then hands come back down through that midline. Let's do that again. Inhale, back into the back bend. We're gonna cruise this one instead. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, come out front. Exhale, forward fold. So you're gonna put your knee down, left leg is back, and you do that so that you can inhale and sort of salute up the best you can. Exhale, come back to down dog. Forward into plank. Knees or toes. When you exhale, knees, chin, and chest touch. Inhale through to any cobra or an up dog. Tuck the toes and exhale back to down dog. Focus on the breath. Inhale, lift your hips high. Exhale, heels low, and then lunge your left foot back. Inhale with the knee down, look through. Exhale, spring, forward fold, drop the head. Halfway lift, look ahead. Exhale, forward fold. Stand back up into the back bend, all the way. And hands back to heart center. Okay, so today again, for this reason, maybe even dim your vision, I wanna make sure that we pause to strip away what you're feeling in the body, strip away what you're feeling in the breath, come through the mind, and learn to tease apart those levels of your being, because underneath is your joy. Okay, and we can't come to joy if we can't still those other parts of us. It's hard, I know. All right, we're gonna do some standing poses. Start by giving me some side bends. Come on up. Exhale, go over the top. Inhale here, exhale, and you can go a little bit deeper. How about one more round of that? Inhale, exhale over the top. Inhale up, maybe a little bit further each time. Okay, now stay here and give me a dive down. We're gonna start doing some standing poses. So take your left foot back, leave your right forward. And this is gonna be a lunge. So keep that heel up and look at your feet. Are they on 2 lanes? That's where I want them. And so you could stay in a lunge and be low in a low lunge. You could stay in a lunge and be where we were a minute ago. Or you like the bigger, it's called Anjaneyasana, right here. You know, stabilize yourself first. The way to stabilize is to match the energy in both legs. Feet and legs are working equally, which brings you kind of to a more centered, balanced state. okay? All right, let's frame that foot and put your back heel down. Put it down firmly and keep it on that second track. Now reach back and come on up for warrior one. Press, you wanna press into both feet for warrior one, and then salute up. If pressing into the back foot is making your knee feel icky, then you wanna move that foot. It's okay to move it. You know, in traditional warrior one, you can see here, let me show you. Traditional warrior one, the feet are in a line, see that? Don't like that because then we start tweaking the knee. I prefer to keep more of this 2 lanes. So there's a better illustration for you. It's better on the knee. Okay, let's take the edge off that for a moment. Straighten the leg. And then we're gonna put together our reverse. We were just practicing it up in our warm-up. Front hand goes up, right hand if you're with me. Reverse, you can also wrap arm behind you. It could be reverse triangle like this, where you continue to open the ribs, or return back to your warrior legs, keep going, all right? Deeper into the side bend if that's you. So that would be A, okay, B, and then adding more bend is C. Nice, and we're going to take this now to revolve triangle. You want to take your back arm and pivot. Now look at my back foot. I can already tell in order to get here, and maybe I want my block, to get here I had to move my back foot and my hips, okay? A version might look something like this. B, using the block and starting to get a little lower. C, twisting from the navel, staying long and stacking one shoulder over the other, look into the twist. Don't like that hand up, drop it down to your back. But let's take another inhale, press into both feet, feel those hips swivel a little bit to help you twist. Take the hips with you, okay? Long spine and turn. Love it. Now, can you windmill back to the side? Like so, with strength. All right, come on out here. And I've got a little flow for us. It's called Hari Om. Hari Om is a salute to the infinite sound of Om. We're gonna start with the arms wide, Ha, right? And then Ri is up here. Om can be either here or all the way to the floor. So it's Ha, Ri, Om. Remember, you can go part way, that's pretty deep. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. 2 more. Hari Om, Hari Om. Chill out. Maybe some hands at hips. Going to ask you again. Go inwards. Shed physical, shed breath, shed mind. You know, and when you're at a heightened state, that shedding isn't necessarily the easiest thing to do. You're gonna go to the other side, but that's what we're practicing. And we're also developing awareness of these levels of our being, right? You're gonna keep your left leg forward. Let's start from a forward fold like we did last time. Left forward and right. I'm gonna bring this up. 2 lanes, take a look. You see them? Back heel stays up. This is the lunge. A, okay. B, you could be on the fingertips, big energy. C, up. All right, here, if you have shoulder issues, don't be overreaching all the time, obviously. Never practicing in pain, never feeling any kind of even sort of like interesting tweaky stuff at our joints, it's a warning sign, okay? Good, good. All right, hands to hips. Let's frame, or I should say down. Put your heel down, stabilize, reach back, warrior 1. So let's think about those things we talked about last time, which was placement of that foot, 2-laned helps If you're still too lean and it's just not working out, then you just make it smaller. I mean, don't have to go nuts. It's still a very energetic pose, no matter what you're doing, probably. And that knee bend is up to you. All right, straighten, let that go for a sec. Have a moment of recovery. Can keep the legs where they are. Front hand, which is the left for me, is gonna open up. This one maybe wraps back. A, right here, lift the ribs. B, return back to warrior leg. C adds a little bit of a side bend. I shouldn't say back bend, it's more of a side bend, but you gotta keep everything turned on. I'll keep middle. Whew, and you still keep breathing. That breath is always your anchor to the present. It's not only mindfulness, it's just kind of teaching you to mitigate challenge, right? With a positive, even keel mind. Equanimity. All right, let's go ahead, come on up. We're gonna move towards that revolve triangle. Come on around. I moved my foot, I moved my hips. A version, probably up here, up on the leg. B, down on block, start a turn. C is to stack, all right, reach forward. Play with your feet and hips. How does that influence your ability to turn? Draw your navel in. Okay, let's windmill back on up to the side again. And drop, okay. I have a different flow for this side. Come on down, arms wide again. So we're gonna inhale here, exhale, draw them together, stay in the squat. Inhale, pick up your right heel. And then exhale, give me this sort of Eiffel Tower. Inhale wide, exhale, hands together. Inhale, left heel maybe. And then rise. We'll do that one more time. Inhale here, come together. Now, if you want, hold, inhale both heels up, and then release, stand tall. Or you could keep doing one-sided on those heels. Exhale, inhale. Come on up, and then we're gonna hold. We're just gonna hold on out together, and one heel or both. Practice just a moment here. That little balance. Beautiful. Rise up. Ta-da. And we're gonna move on. So find yourself maybe at the top of the mat once more. And we'll go to, I'm gonna do a low squat for a moment. Just take the feet a little bit wider than hips. Come on down. If this bothers you, a version of this would be right here, because you're still getting an inner thigh stretch. Okay. B, if there are C people in here, you could take it to Garland, which is there, or a reach. Okay, so you see how as you learn these poses, you really can tweak them to what your body needs on any given day. Sometimes you want the gentler instead of, just having this goal of always doing more and more. All right? Very nice. Let's do some back work. Come down. How about a child's pose? Like, would you like a moment to cool? Knees wide, toes together. In child's pose, try to surrender your arms fully. You could use something to support your head if needed. The hips can be higher if that feels better for you. Surrender down. Give anything. Put your most negative thoughts at the moment, your most negative thought of the past 5 minutes, into the ground and let it just sink away from you. Uncover your joy. Peace. Come forward. Now let's come on to our front. I'd like to do this flow for Cobra. So in Cobra, we have our hands closer to our elbows. Elbows are in, so you're kind of seeing how these arms are these upper arms are parallel to the floor. Okay, start with your forehead down. Inhale to about a comfortable midpoint. And then exhale, hold that and squeeze everything. Then you're gonna inhale, go some measure higher, and then exhale down all the way. So inhale to a comfortable midpoint, or comfortable. Exhale, squeeze, a nice midpoint. Inhale, maybe somewhere between 50 and 100, and then 0, all right? Inhale, middle. Exhale, strong in the middle. Inhale, max. Exhale, 0. I'm gonna do one more. If you need to rest, rest. Inhale, middle. Exhale, 0. Inhale, your max. Exhale, 0. All right. Let's do a lazy crocodile. You can put your head on your forehands. Maybe toes are wider and heels tip in. If this doesn't feel comfortable, just do anything that does, even if it involves going back to a child's or something else. It's because I want to do we're going to do another back pose in a sec. Okay, let's reach back behind you. Let's do one locust as well. So locust is a little different. Your hands got to draw back. And you'll notice you can no longer get up that high, and that's fine. It's a different pose. It's more about using your body. Roll those shoulders back. This is A, right here, squeezing where you can. B involves lifting something. So that might be one leg, two leg, arms, just arms, no legs, okay? The C version, I'm healing from something, so I can't do it. Is that bind, where you clasp, open your shoulders and bind back, okay? And you might be looking a little ahead, but you never, don't crane your neck and don't let it sag. Be strong in the neck, centered. Woo! All right, come on up. Find a tabletop for me for a moment. And let's do an easy side plank, shall we? Start from here in all fours and take your left leg back. Easiest side plank is then to flip your left side up to the sky. That's your A. B would be to start from a full and then flip onto the side. All right. So up to you. Shine up. Even here, you can choose to do more. Okay. More. Good, let's bring that back. Come on down. And have a moment. You might even take it after some exertion. Again, every time today, I'm asking us to press that reset button a little bit. Shed. Notice how we're shedding body, shedding breath, shedding mind, and working our way towards, again, the peace that's within us. Sense of light, perhaps. Okay, you're gonna take your right leg back, be on the left, and flip out. You flip the right up to the sky. Be aware too, a lot of times, I think we often don't realize what we're doing with our neck. Full version, if you like, we can tend to let the head drop here. Keep it in line with your spine. See it very often in class, and it's just because we're not aware. Okay, let's come on back. And I want to start with a seated twist here, so come on around. We're gonna dig progressively into these hips. It'll be nice. Take your right leg, bend, and then take your right hip back a little bit too. You always want to keep your knee in these seated twists close to the middle, all right? Because that'll help stretch this out. Take your right arm back, all right? Lift, lean back if you need to. This hand then controls keeping the knee in place a little or more. And just start here. Settle. Inhale, lean back from your heart. Exhale, turn your back shoulder, look to your back shoulder. Take a nice inhale, lift. Come on back. We're gonna keep going a little bit deeper in that hip. Cradle the baby. A version is just to kind of open your hip, so press that. See, pressing my knee down and back in. A version. B is to start cradling your elbow in your knee and then pick your foot up like so. And investigate what you can do with that. Hips and shoulders have quite a bit of mobility under normal circumstances, so we want to try and keep that full range strong. The C version of this, if you ever get up to it, is to put both ends of that shin in the cradle of both elbows. All right? Okay. Gently let this go. Can you come to a point where you're like so, ankle over knee, and give yourself a nice lean back here. I want to keep going a little bit deeper into the hip each time. Breathe. Notice the body's tendency when you get into something tight. Do you stop breathing? Common, right? It's because your body's having a protection response. Can you go a little deeper? And so we've got kind of 5 progressions here, letting that hip open a little bit more. Now, final stage, if you can, take this whole thing with you. And the gentle version of this is to put that foot on the floor, left foot on the floor, and you can push your knee away. More, you reach through that left thigh and draw it forward. Now, make sure your shoulders and head are resting comfortably. If you find you're in a place where you can't, again, I see this in class, people are in a ball, all right, can't put their head down, that's a sign that you're doing too much. That's a sign that I need to be here because I'm no longer practicing this. I've lost this. This was the point, okay? I'm up here, I'm just fighting I don't know what or why, okay? Nice, and a good breath to let go, exhale. Return back to hugging the knees, compress the belly, round the back, make a wheel, chin to chest. Come on up, all right. Let's get into the other side. We're gonna bend the left leg, pre-twist maybe, left arm goes back, left hip goes back. Front arm is helping me stabilize the knee. Inhale, lean back from your heart, exhale, and turn. We have to maintain a little bit of activity in the arms, but we want to let the hips go. All right, we're going to continue that progression, soften around. So the A version, push the knee wide, pull it in. B version is cradle, one knee into elbow and move around it. C version, maybe someday, both elbows cradle the leg. Okay. And we're gonna see if we can't take that with us a little bit. Start by just having ankle over knee, place the hands wherever they help, all right? There's no exact right place for the hands. Just allow yourself to start getting a little bit deeper somehow. Shouldn't be a stress on the hands. And then maybe a tiny bit deeper. Little bit of movement in the beginning of a pose can help to shake out some things. It can help to warm, but then, we're always being mindful. Don't just sit there and just shake and start looking around. Then we've lost our yoga, all right? Can you take this with you? Lighter version, right foot on the floor, press the knee away. Got more flexibility? Reach through. Make sure your shoulders, neck, and head are relaxed. Notice your tendency to, at the end of class, as breathing becomes less vigorous, as the body has time to rest, what does that reveal in the mind when those fall away a little bit? Does it encourage the mind to also become more relaxed? Or it's possible then it just reveals that layer of the mind as ultra busy, okay? And then it becomes our job to look at that. That's the path of yoga. Okay. I want to come back on up for one more thing. Chin to chest. Wide-legged fold, please. Legs out. Try to put your hips behind you. Lightest version, you sit up and put the hands behind you, okay? Turn the thighs out from the hips. Medium versions, maybe you're using a support in front. Using those first few breaths to confront the body's reaction. Greet it with some smooth breath. Let go, a little shake. After those first few breaths, allowing the body to surrender, and it may not surrender very far. See, this is about as far as my body goes in this. Connective tissue and the fascia around our muscles can influence a lot of our flexibility, our range of motion too. And that fascia especially is pretty hard-coded genetically. Take one more deep inhale and a deeper exhale to surrender fully. And then come on up. Let's rest for a minute or two. Maybe you like to find yourself back at this constructed rest, feet wide, knees together, or just lie long. If you are warm, put space between your arms and your body. Let the armpits be open. One more time, shedding body, let it rest. Shedding breath, let it be effortless. Shedding mind, do not be attached to thoughts. We have inner peace. Again, this aspect of yoga shows us that this peace is the core of us. It's the center. And we have these progressively outward layers. Use our practice to search for that. And how does it show up? Use what you did here to encourage mindful being, quote unquote, off the mat. And if you like to roll onto your side, bring the right arm overhead, roll onto that side. Stay for a couple of breaths. Stay for a couple of breaths to allow for some transition. And then move your way up to seated, and we'll finish. I invite you to take your hands to this Anjali Mudra. Touch the thumbs to the heart center. Relaxed now. Chin drops. Once more. If you can scan your practice and notice anything that felt less than positive, I would like you to wrap that up in a little white light, ball of white light, and let it go. All right. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining me. If you are joining us via a streaming online, just know that the Virtual Y subscriptions are only $9.99 a month, and a huge library of classes, years worth, and many different kinds of workouts for you. All right, be well. Redo this practice if it's going to give you some continued challenge. See you next time.
Sarah, and this is cardio dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it. I woke up feeling like this gon' be my day. I got that poppin' fire every step I take. Living that wild life. Through the bag. Go. That's where we want to go. Last 10 seconds. I'm right here with you. Let's do it. Welcome to the Y. My name is Erin. I'm Jennifer. My name is Linda. My name is Tommy, and today we're going to do a quick step routine. We feeling like we can conquer the world today? I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good. Time.